So let's head over now to Mesa, Arizona, where food banks benefit from an Aid to Humanity donation. Ray Bondoc with the reports.
As temperatures dropped in Arizona and new COVID-19 cases have risen, fears of panic buying and food shortages are ever present on the minds of leaders and citizens. Even organizations that historically take on the challenges of feeding the homeless are now facing unprecedented shortages.
We usually every year for food drives get about it's about 1.5 million pounds of food. The first quarter of this year, we didn't even hit 10,000.
Everybody thinks I can't give enough to make a difference, right? But if everybody gives just a little bit, when you put it together, it creates an ocean of humanity and kindness.
That is the formula for success behind the Church of Christ Worldwide Aid to Humanity event, taking place in over 150 countries to celebrate the birth anniversary of the executive minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo. In Arizona, 107 boxes of food were donated to the United Food Bank.
Thank you so much. This is amazing.
The majority of the boxes were filled by the 4 local congregations in the area region, which include Phoenix, Gilbert, Tempe, and Tucson. Additional boxes were supported by Globe, Yuma, and Flagstaff.
Mayor John Giles of the City of Mesa joined INC Assistant District Minister Adore Apostle in presenting 2 checks of $5,000 to both the United Food Bank and the Mesa United Way for their roles in the COVID-19 response.
Back at the beginning of our COVID relief efforts, we reached out to the community and kind of did a survey to find out what were people's primary concerns. And this, you may recall, was back in February and March, when really the store shelves were empty of food, and there was a real feeling of panic and desperation in the community. And so the first response we got back was basic needs, food. And so this gift from the church, is directly related to our efforts to provide food to our community.
Most of our money is going to help people that have really been affected by COVID-19. So we have a lot of homelessness that has come. It's always been a problem, but it's becoming more and more of a problem. And then we also have a problem with education, and only because we have schools trying to do their best, but it continues to change.
While no one can say for certain how this new wave of COVID-19 in Arizona will affect schools, economies, and communities as a whole, one thing is quite clear. The donations made by the INC in Mesa will make a difference.
We're overwhelmed by the generosity, and this community, of which the Iglesia Ni Cristo is a big part, they've been so generous during the pandemic. They recognize that they themselves may not be suffering, but the people around them are, and they want to help. And the generosity of groups like this is really what's kept us strong through this whole pandemic. I have a staff that's tired and ragged from working really hard and a lot of hours, and gestures like this are a huge deal.
We've actually turned away volunteers. They asked if they could sort food, and food drive food, and we said, we don't have any. And so now we get to say, you come and sort some food. We have some.
You can help the United Food Bank feed the hungry through monetary donations, food drives, or by volunteering your time.
Mesa, Arizona, Ryan Bondoc, Eagle News. We live in interesting times.
It is certainly so heartwarming to see the people that are receiving the donations from the Iglesia Ni Cristo, how much they appreciate it, and how they will be able to, they are given hope through the many donations that the church has given them.